are back with another episode of Scream Kings from season 3 breakdown with the family. Hey, everybody, how we doing tonight?
Hello.
Hey.
Oh,
All right, all right. We got another full house of the family in the building. I'm Tamon Kane here with my co-host with the most, brother Evo Tyrone. How we doing?
listen, I'm great tonight. I'm glad that we got some awesome, Frumily in the chat with us. We got a new face in the chat tonight as well. Well, in the on the screen with us tonight. Banter creates. What's going on?
Hey everyone, I am so excited to be here. I absolutely love From. I rewatched both seasons, I think maybe 3 days before season 3 started, and I convinced my boyfriend to watch it, and he's hooked. So
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
a true member of Frumily. I'm there to create pop culture enthusiast. I make costumes off of present media, anything in pop culture, and I've got a little toe in the horror community. I'm also a funeral director, so I'm kind of a spooky girl on the inside.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes.
Not only is the Frumly expanding on here, but you brought in your boo thing. So you
Yay! Yeah, he's probably gonna be like, yeah, I don't like Dale either.
fuck Dale, bye Dale. Oh, the internet was on Dale's neck all week long.
My gosh.
But we're gonna get into that in just a moment. You said pop culture creations. Have you ever done like what's that movie called? Clueless, Cher?
Not yet, but I made an outfit recently. Somebody said was a mixture of The Craft and Clueless, and I'm like,
Ooh.
okay,
Okay, yeah, that sounds perfect.
I could get with that.
Okay, Vonta, question we always ask. Are you in the town or are you in Colony House?
The town. Yeah, I don't know. Colony House. I don't know. They kind of like, I don't want to say they bougie, but they're like, they don't get it. They don't get it. I know my camera just got disabled real quick. I'll fix it. But yeah, they don't really get the whole vibe. So yeah, I am a townie for sure.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I mean, I feel like we're outnumbered. Is anyone here?
I think you by yourself.
Good. That's what we
want. That's exactly what we want. Get out.
I
live in the barn before I live in the colony house.
One bathroom.
I would also live in the barn. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the misconception about the one bathroom.
Yeah.
That rumor, and it needs to be squashed today. We have multiple bathrooms. It's just the one that she was trying to get to. It was
okay.
Thanks.
So you say.
Colony does smell like doo-doo. They don't shower.
Too many
like
people.
doo-doo and everything up in there.
Mm-hmm. People are boning in the hallway in Colony House. Like
I know.
Okay, y'all sound like y'all don't love the idea of all of this. Like this is ridiculous.
I couldn't sleep comfortably there. It's too many people. I'd be worried.
I would
see what happens there.
I would visit the Colony House for the weed, and then I'm leaving.
Yeah,
for
the weed. Right on.
Thank you. That's my department. So you can't come up to Colony House for that if you don't fuck with Colony House.
I have a question about the provisions and everything, right?
Sure.
Why did they wait until it got cold? Like, I know they were preparing, but I don't know. Is it because I'm West Indian and we have saltfish and like everything dried and canned? We've got like 50 million cans at all times.
I think Victor said that it never got cold before. He said that
he did say that, but I mean,
the leaves never fell off the trees. It never got cold before.
Maybe because I'm in survival mode at all times and hurricane relief, but I would have prepared for when it happens because clearly things are, they're shaking it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. That's just my personal take. Mm-hmm. And also, how did they have I guess so many people have come through the town that they have enough coats for everybody. But I'm just like, how do they have enough clothes?
Well, I think that everything is happening so fast, like preparations out the window, because this is not like weeks. This is days and hours of like the weather. I think because we see it weekly, it feels longer time. But for them, this is like the next day it's snowing.
Yeah.
The next day the temperature's cold. The next day the food is gone. So like they're getting it really bad, so they can't really prepare for anything.
Yeah, no breaks.
No
Oh, so
breaks.
like living in New York where it's hot one day and then it snows the next. Right. Got it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boy. I mean, boy. He.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
So even Victor's father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
I'm going
y'all not gonna I know y'all not gonna behave with Dale tonight. I can tell.
No, what is that our word? What's our word tonight?
That's a good question. So, Vonta, when here on Fromily, we have a drinking game. Every time you hear a certain name, word, and tonight is Dale. When you hear the word Dale, you must take a sip.
I'm gonna be drunk.
That's really the point of all of this, honestly. So we can have a nice Wednesday night and go to bed, or whatever else we want to do. Yes. Yes, the drinking word of the night is Dale. So let's dive right into this episode. Well, you know what? Before we do that, Vonta, how are you feeling? Season 3, episode. Is this 5 or 4?
5.
Yeah,
5. 5.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling about this season in comparison to the 2 seasons before?
I think the stakes are higher. So I think it's very much like on an exponential curve where season 1 was getting us introduced and now season 2 is like things are happening and we don't know what's going on. And then season 1 hit the ground running with Tachen's death. And so I think more is coming and we don't know what to expect. But I'm really enjoying this season. I enjoyed 2 a lot because of the lore and like trying to figure everything out. But this season, I think there's so much more we're gonna figure out, and I can't wait for all of it.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're all in the same boat. This season has started answering questions. This season has took the training wheels off and really been going full speed with us. So we are all together in this. So that's wonderful. I want to sort of talk about character arcs this episode and this season. Let's kick it off with Fatima and Elgin. Oh, shit.
They went down some notches.
Oh, shit.
just when they were starting to rise, especially Fatima. Like I was like, I ain't had an issue with her since season 1, but now I'm like, what the hell is you doing? You know, what the hell's going on?
And we was hyping up Elgin. I'm not Elgin. We was hyping up Ellis last.
No, we
week,
were hyping up Elgin too, and he's pissing me off. Not gonna lie.
He was okay for me this one, but Ellis, I was repping for you, and you down again.
Well, you know. You know what I was gonna say? I said, okay, at first, Fatima again. I know you guys are gonna keep hearing me say. I was trying to give her grace initially, but she lost it for me at that town meeting. Like, I got the sense that, oh yes, you frustrated, you have the baby, a lot of things going on, you haven't disclosed what's happening, but please settle down. It was
that baby is a demon.
Yeah, maybe that's the piece to it.
No, she ate blood. That no, I could give her a pass for the rotten vegetables. But blood?
Yeah. At least he knows.
How about all the people that knew something didn't go to the meeting? Like Jay didn't go to the meeting. Elgin didn't go to the meeting.
Thank you.
I forget that Julie, she saw some stuff when her eyes glazed over white. Like all the people that seen some stuff didn't go to the meeting, except for I don't think Victor didn't go to the meeting either. No, nobody.
Even Sarah needed to be there.
Sarah didn't go to the meeting.
She needed to be there, even though she like the town pariah. She hears
voices.
Yeah.
So she can hear the creatures talking to her. Like all the people that have all these different things, none of them went to the meeting.
This was really Lois Lane's press conference, and it didn't go as well as she thought it was going to go.
Can I say something?
She don't never explain herself well, anyways. Like
she was awful on that press stage. She was awful.
She was. I have to say, Sarah has jumped over Ellis and Fatima.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I say Kira. Me too. I like Sarah.
Yeah.
Really?
So is this is the hate for Ellis, and not the hate, but the disdain or dislike of Fatima and Ellis this episode? Is that strictly about the town hall meeting? That's what I'm gathering.
No, I just liked Ellis before the meeting. I just liked him when he jumped off the house and hurt his foot. Like I haven't seen it for him.
Don't do that, Shasha. Don't do him like that.
Bring it back, Shasha.
Shasha gonna tell like it is.
I'm just saying, after Jim, Ellis is my next most hated person. Shoot, I even put him before Randall. Wow.
That is sad.
Jim gets on my nerves too. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Jim, can I say Jim annoyed me as soon as him and Tabitha walked through the diner? And
I was annoyed.
I was already annoyed when Jim was like, "Hey," I was like, "Oh, come on!" He always so elevated.
No. I actually was with Jim because I didn't like how they was playing with Tabitha. Like, give her a minute. You know, they was like kind of bombarding her. I like that Jim in that moment was like, "Yo, calm down." And
he was like, "Yo, that's my wife. Relax." Yeah.
I feel like Jim is always though. Is it just me? He always elevated. Like he always on 27,000.
I think his privilege is what you see before he actually opens his mouth. I think that's the problem. Yeah. Like he's so smug. Like even when he walks in, it's like, here this motherfucker go. Here we go. We already know he's about to be be like Jim. But is this the episode where Fatima and finally told Ellis what was going on?
Yes.
Yeah.
That conversation pissed me off so much in this conversation with him because she was just like, you won't understand. You can't fix anything. Just get away from here. I was like, Fatima, please.
We didn't even get a response from him. It cut the scene.
Yeah.
She's so dramatic though.
What do you mean she's dramatic? She's eating dead fruit and eating fucking blood. But
she should have told him something from the jump. Like something's wrong. Not, 3 days later, hi, I'm eating blood and rotten vegetables. I think the baby's crazy. Like, bro, you should have nipped this in the bud from the beginning.
Yeah, facts. I mean, I get it. How can you hide this from your partner?
And it's not like I don't think he would have switched on her like that. Like I think he would have, tried to help her out, like with Ellis his character,
Right. Which is
did it feel too much of a character switch? Was it a whiplash to Fatima switch? Because she's always been so positive.
I'm still gonna give Fatima grace. I like her. I just was annoyed with her this episode, but I am holding that she truly is probably frightened, scared to death, that she doesn't know what's going on with herself and the baby. Yeah. And I'm also holding that Tabitha was so close and was the only one to get out, that there's a piece to that is just so disheartening all in and of itself. So I feel like I'm holding everyone's anguish in the midst of it. You know what I mean?
I thought her character switched up last week with the tarot cards, because I'm like, you introduce yourself as this like ethereal hippie chick that's like in the crystal, and somebody pulls out tarot cards and you're like, what are those? I'm like, no, that's not how that works at all.
Exactly.
I know those women. I am those women. If we got crystals, we got tarot cards too. Like usually they go together.
Hello, listen. She thought it was just sage. No, ma'am. We're doing some real stuff around here. He would have gotten her the bodies. Period. Ellis would have started killing people in the town.
I don't see it. No.
For Fatima.
She only told him about the vegetables, you guys. She ain't mentioned that blood. I don't think.
Nah, she was like, that's gonna wear him out too much. Like,
just a little bit.
I could tell him that I cheated, but not with his best friend. Like, you can it's only so much he can take.
So much
little pieces.
It's the fact that she stuck her finger in there. It was just like it was a warm like apple pie or something. Yeah, like
no comment. She was frustrated since season 2. Remember when she lashed out at the monsters when they were in the post office that night? Oh, I was mad at her then. Anytime she's not cool and collect, I'm pissed off at Fatima. That's what it seems like. Because I remember she had that nervous breakdown in the that felt like it was this season, but it was last season.
Don't forget we have more episodes too, y'all. We might be
at the beginning. This is still the first act of this season.
Yeah, there's so much going on. Can we talk about Randall?
I guess he is somebody that's becoming more interesting. Let's Randall was on the chopping block the last time we saw him.
Yes, he was.
And
can I ask you guys though? Do we think Randall has a right now? I know he got messed up, but do we think Randall really? He did annoy me because I was like, come on now, you know, Boyd, that was a hard decision for him. He didn't purposely leave you out there. Like I was a little bit like pressed about that. Like Boyd he didn't have a lot of choices. It's like let one person die or let 3 or 4 of us die. You know what I mean?
He understood that.
He have to understand his own actions. Like people would have been more willing to save you if you weren't an asshole, but you was an asshole to everybody. Like you can't be an asshole to everybody and then expect them to save you. Like that's not how that works.
True.
That part.
In limited time, we really don't know you that well compared to everybody else per se.
It's a dramatic situation. Like I know, like, you know, once Randall gets his thoughts together, you know, he'll probably understand or whatever. It was a hard decision, but I think in general, like you went through that traumatic situation and the fact that you know that this man left you, so obviously he's going to be I give him leeway because I've been liking Randall this season. Honestly, I've been liking him this season, so I give him a little leeway. You know,
I'm almost worried though, Tyrone. I'm worried though in terms of how he holds on to like being left like that. Like if that's gonna come back to bite Boyd in the. I'm worried.
That's gonna make great TV though. That's what
I apologize if this is out of pocket, but I feel like one of them girls up at Colony House need to give Randall a piece so he can calm the hell down. I feel like if he something, he'll calm the hell down. He gives that type of energy that he's that.
I told you, he needs somebody to come on that bus with him and rock that bus, and he gonna be a brand new person.
Yeah.
Who could you put with Randall though?
It could have been Nikki, but
could have been Nikki, but she got.
Yeah. I said, who would you put? I don't know who you put with Randall.
How smart are you now?
I got a question for everybody.
Why the first person that popped in my head was that heavy set girl that just keep.
I was thinking that too.
And I got so mad at her. I got so mad at her this episode because as soon as she walked in the damn diner, she was on it. She was
she did.
I'm late. But first of all, why you ain't got no answers? What? You just got here.
I got a question for everybody because we're just talking about Randall and the whole situation. What if Randall actually has somewhat of a point? Is the reason why he stays on the bus and he has not committed himself to Colony House or the town and everything is because he's seeing both sides as not very equal. And that's the reason why he is so out just everywhere all over the place. But he's like actually like looking at his after his own interest, because he still does not trust nobody, even though he done all that crazy shit to Donna. And then now he sees that like Boyd left him, even though that was a tough situation for Boyd to make. And that was probably the reason why he's been on the bus, is because he don't trust nobody, because he's like, you know what? I don't have a feeling about Boyd and the town people. I don't have a good feeling about Donna and the Colony House. I'm going to chill on this bus and bide my time, because he's actually thinking. But I do agree, he need to get broke off though. He really do need to get broke off, because I feel, you know, when you don't have any in a long ass time, you start talking throwed off and crazy and stuff. So he need to be relieved. He need to blow somebody back out.
Do we know his backstory? Because he gives like ex-con energy. Like, did he just get out of jail or something? There's something about his backstory. There's something
angry.
It gives I was dishonorably discharged from the army.
He's like real angry.
Yeah, he's real angry. Not like he's racist angry, but like he's like angry at the world.
Yeah.
So do we have any sympathy for Randall?
I have sympathy for Randall.
I do.
What I will say is I do think that hopefully we will get more of the backstory, but I think that Randall, even last episode, you saw pieces in terms of like, he did kind of step out himself briefly to kind of even open up the bus for the kids and Sarah. Like, it wasn't completely disconnected. Like, he did extend like helping at that point in time.
Yeah.
So
and he warns Boyd, like he beeped the horn to let them know that they were coming.
Exactly. Yeah. I think he is going to be someone that hopefully we come to learn more about. I just think, like Keisha said, he is keeping everyone at bay. There's probably reasons to that, but I do think there's more to him because I don't think he completely doesn't care. I just think he doesn't know what's going on, and that again makes him scared and not trustworthy.
Yeah, I think that he trusts himself and himself alone, and that is dangerous. And so, and I get it. Like, I don't know y'all don't know me. I do know how to protect myself and stay alive. And I think he's smart and he's watching their patterns. So he's paying attention to certain things. And even that skill alone may be a hint to like his character.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Maybe he's like ex-military or something.
That's what he gives like he was ex-military.
Yeah, the crew cut and the way he watches them. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So maybe not clan member, but maybe like military.
Yeah, because he seems to hate everyone equally. Like,
exactly.
I mean, yeah.
That's true.
Yes, Daryl.
Yeah, he has.
Maybe he started this shit. Y'all seen The Mist? You know how the
yes, I love that.
Dude popped it off.
Yeah, Daryl brought up a good point too. I forgot he did go try to help Jim and Tabitha by getting the bag and everything.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
Look, our family Randall himself is asking for vindication.
Okay, I'm gonna give him a little bit. I'm gonna give him grace.
Okay.
See, I agree, Tommy. I agree.
What did Tommy say?
Jeff H, that's true. That whole Jim family, what do they call the Matthews family? They put a lot of people in danger with their stupid stuff, especially the.
Oh my God!
Even take it.
Jim gets on my nerves.
He didn't Tabitha in the ambulance. Like, nobody's gonna believe you. Why don't you just say, hey, don't go that way because there's a bunch of weird locals that they shoot at people. Like, why would you tell them the truth knowing that they're not gonna believe you?
Like, so annoying. Like, Tabitha gets me annoyed. Jim gets me annoyed because Jim is like, I don't know what to do. Your mother's not here. And that's why Julie had to read him. And I was so glad that she did because I'm like, Jim, who's the parent right now? Can you get it together? Because you're not, you're being a baby right now.
Julie the parent.
Yeah, 3 seasons in, if something happened to Jim, I don't care.
I won't feel bad.
Y'all say that until the moment Jim is murdered, and then y'all gonna be like,
no.
"Oh shit!"
Nope, I won't shed a tear.
I'm gonna throw a party when he gets murdered. I'm gonna throw a big ass party. Okay.
Yeah, because no episode.
Party hats then.
No episode is even dreaming. So.
Oh, there's your writing. There's your writing right there, Keisha. Jim gets got, and then Tabitha goes and rocks Randall's world.
No, Jade. Nah, Tabitha and Jade.
Jade is Tabitha.
I was just going to say that. Something about Tabitha and Jade's chemistry.
I can see that.
When I reviewed it since the beginning of the show, but now even more so, they have a certain chemistry with each other. Like, when Jade found out that Tabitha was back, he was like, "Oh shit, let me go get my girl. She's here."
Yep.
Literally,
I
gotta go find her.
Yeah.
I thought Jade had a boyfriend when he first came. Like, I thought the dude he was in the car with was his boyfriend.
Me too.
Yeah, I did too.
But that doesn't mean he could also be bi. Like,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, can I ask something really quick?
Yeah.
Since we kind of doing a little bit of pairing right now, what do you guys think about Boyd and BAFTA?
I hate it.
It's giving brother sister. It's not giving.
It's giving brother and sister.
It is.
This is giving his brother sister.
I feel more sexual tension with Boyd and Carthree than I do with him and BAFTA.
Damn. Yes. Carthree was fine too.
Oh, I know for the priest.
Yeah, he was.
I have another one, you guys.
10 before that.
I have another one, you guys. What about Donna and Dixa's father?
Yes.
No, Donna is a whole lesbian.
Oh, she is? I forgot.
No, she's not. She never said that.
Wait. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's the plaid shirt. My bad.
You're not gonna respect her identity. You're not gonna do that to her.
Sorry.
She is a butch lesbian.
She just looks like that. She just likes plaid.
Yes, yes, I'm reading it. Yeah, Tabra's that way because she had to deal with Jim for her husband. I 100%.
100%.
They were getting a divorce. Let's not forget it.
Oh yeah, they were getting a divorce. That's right.
On that shit right there. Did y'all see the way how he after the whole diner situation and Jim starts gaslighting her and making her feel like shit? And I was like, wait a minute, I'm finna come through this motherfucking TV and choke your motherfucking ass. Because he was all like, oh, you know, I'm gonna hold my wife, you know, like I'm holding down 10 toes down, like in the diner. When they came out, then she was like, okay, I need to go help, you know, me and Jay can go out, blah, 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 to the like bottle tree. And then he gonna bust out with that, well, you know, you just got back and the kids and everything.
You need to be here for the kids.
Like I was feeling some type of way right there because to me, Jim is one of them type of like people that like throw shit in your face and make you feel like shit. So I feel like with the whole situation of like it goes back to like Thomas's death, is that he does have a resentment towards Tabitha.
Yeah.
And so he's doing that shit and everything to make her feel bad. That's the reason why I don't like that hoe.
Wait a minute. We don't have to disrespect Jim like that.
I'm gonna disrespect him all through 100%, 24/7, 365 days in a year.
Yep.
He is still the man of that house, and he deserves
I don't give a damn.
Is he the man of the house? I don't know.
He is not the man of the house.
Julie is.
The man of the house.
Julie holding it down.
Julie holding it down. She is a firstborn daughter. I know that's right.
First of all, Jim tried to fix lunch. First of all, Jim tried to fix lunch for you ungrateful kids.
Wow.
Just because it was on the screen, because we didn't say it.
Is Jim out? Like, is he beyond redemption at this point?
Right now, each episode, he's not doing nothing for me. He just digging a deeper hole.
He is a human.
Yeah.
Okay, he's a human.
What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean?
I'm ready for Ethan to go. Oh,
I am too. He needs to go. Maybe if he's gone, then Jim will buck up a little bit. He needs
no. He's gonna spiral.
Spiral, yep.
I don't
think so. Why does Teddy have to lose everything and Jim doesn't lose nothing?
No, don't have them lose another kid.
Out of that whole family unit, Jim can go. I do love Julie now. I must say, Julie, I'm liking Julie more and more as the season goes on, and I even like the friendship that's forming between her and Elgin. Yeah, because I almost feel like it's similar in age too.
Yeah, that was a really cute moment. Seeing them like be teenagers, you know.
Yeah,
I was sick of it. I'm sick of it. Why are we thrift shopping? Having this moment, doing edibles.
So funny.
They're
trying to have fun.
They love old stuff.
That's right, Shasha.
My sister's goddaughter wanted a Polaroid camera, and they asked her why. She said because she wanted a photo that she could hold in her hand. Like they love those things.
Let them have their moment. I'd rather be there than that town meeting.
Yeah.
I'd rather be smoking weed and putting on clothes and taking photos.
Go to the thrift shop.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, all of that, you guys.
To the thrift shop.
All of that.
I love that. And speaking of thrift shops, you know, we're going to take a quick commercial break.
I like the segue.
Yes. And we'll be right back on Scream Kings From Discussion Season 3, Episode 5, ladies and gentlemen.
Tyrone got that soothing voice.
I know.
It has the violence level. It has the power. It has the darkness. It has the lore and witches. It has everything that you want if you like a good witch show.
It does.
Prior to this, we were used to seeing witches like Sabrina or witches from The Wizard of Oz or like those or the charmed ones. But when we get to this, we get to see what power really looks like in a real world setting that is not fantastical.
Like just covens in general.
Yeah.
Like you see like actual like girls growing up as witches and the history and all the things that came along with it, all because of witches and magic. Like there's so much world building. It's so much better. Like plot.
It's a perfect show.
But better than its predecessor. And I'll die on that hill.
And that is Geeking Out. Geeking Out. You can find us every Monday at 8:00 Eastern talking about geeky things. Right now, we are traveling down the Witches Road doing spooky season, covering some Halloween fun topics. Speaking of fun topics, Victor and Sarah. Victor is on this quest of his own to get the rest of the information that he needs, I guess, to remember what he needs to remember. And he is thrust into like this emotional journey also when he gets to Colony House and Donna tells him like, hey, also your daddy is here. And he had a little breakdown. How do you feel about that choice to write that character to react that way and feel authentic?
Oh, I felt it. Like, I think that was one of the best scenes in the episode for me, like their reunification coming together. I think for Victor, I'm holding one. He's been through the most in terms of everyone there. He's been there the longest. He's lost the most. So I think that just even the realization that his dad was alive but there, right, coming to grapple with that. And then when they actually meet, I was unsure how that was going to look, and it was just beautiful in terms of them, even though they're in this horrible place. To find one another. You know, his father was going through his own turmoil, right? In terms of losing the family. Just that whole scene to me was emotional. Like I really did enjoy it. I loved them coming together and him having someone now truly connected to them.
Yeah. And I love how they all had different expectations of what the other one was going to be. Yeah.
Now, don't do nothing to his father. I'm gonna be pissed.
I love the scene when they were just holding each other, and Victor just kept on saying, "I couldn't find my way home."
Shasha.
So I actually teared up in this episode because of that moment, and like this grown ass man is up here having this childlike experience with his father. When it's really he should be experiencing how he is, and it was just so perfectly portrayed in that moment. Even prior to that, when he was trying to tell his perspective of what he thinks is going to be like, I think to Sarah, he's trying to tell Sarah what he was afraid of, and you know, he expects me to be this little boy, and I'm not this little boy anymore, and all those things. And then it goes to show you, like, you have these fears and misconceptions about things in life, and then once you confronted with them, whether by your choice or by the universe itself, it's actually the most relieving thing possible sometimes. It was a beautiful moment.
Yeah, that was my favorite storyline.
Yeah.
What do we think about Sarah and Victor's connection?
I like Sarah and Victor's connection. I really do.
They're the weirdos. I'm a fan of it.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, I think the weirdos are going to connect. And it is funny that all the weirdos didn't show up to the town meeting. By the way.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Why y'all calling the weirdos? They're not the weirdos.
But weirdos in a good way.
Yeah, of course, in a good way.
Weirdos in a good way because
she's in a good way.
Yeah, because Sarah was funny. I love when she went to the house with Victor because she's so funny. Because you forget sometimes that she is the town pariah. She came in and was like, "Oh, what happened?" And she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna wait outside."
They were like, "Why are you here?"
Yeah,
she's like, "Oh, right, my bad."
I love that.
They should have their own town meeting. The town weirdos.
Yeah, they need a faction.
Yes,
the outsiders.
I have a weird question, and I've been thinking about this for a minute. But when Julie goes up and she's at the rooftop on Colony House, and you can see that there's water there. So my question, yes, there's a lot of forestation, but at the end of that is water. So why did they never venture out more? If that makes sense. Like, why did they just stay in the house? I know it's going to take time, but why is it that they're now venturing out when people have been there for years?
See, now I think they have no choice because the crops and everything is like ruined. I feel like they have to go beyond the point in which they currently are because everything is shifting too drastically. The weather, the lack of food, so it's forcing them to go not too far yet because that's beyond their comfort zone. But they have to do it safely. But they have to go now. But you know, in saying that, it made me worry about this flood now with the water too.
Listen, Critical knows something, damn it.
I like
wait until the finale is. Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
No, I know. Chef's kiss.
I like it that they're uncomfortable because they have been way too comfortable.
Way too comfortable.
Way too comfortable. And yeah, I want them to have, I want like 3/4 of the town to be massacred.
Yep. Clear them out. Clear them out.
Exactly. Clear them out like roaches. Get the rain spray. Get the little roach motels and everything else. Squish them up. Do it just like Freddie.
What is your value for human life? What is your value
Keisha for president?
Relationships and people.
If they don't have a speaking line, why are they here? They just in the background.
Anybody who was against Boyd in that meeting got to go. Clear them out.
Yeah.
I already told Mika my two people that you absolutely can't take out right now, and I told Mika I will dip. I will abandon. Is Boyd? No, Boyd is serious character for me right now. I'm connected to Boyd. I need nothing to happen to him. Honest, I don't know. I may be on an island on my own, but for him, he's like
I love Boyd.
I'm completely connected to. Like, please.
And even more so when he took it to Ellis and he went full Black Daddy on his ass.
Who you gonna pick?
No answers, Shasha. He had no answers.
Yeah,
but I love when Boyd got so upset he didn't have nothing else to say. Like, he got so worked up. He was like, I can't say nothing else. I got to walk away. And we all know how that feels. Like, you know what? Let me just step off before I either swing on you or, let me get out of here.
But he said something. He said something really serious though, because he said what happened in there, and it really was very dangerous.
It was
like that's dangerous. Yeah. The stirrings that was going on.
Yeah,
like really pointing that out because it is that can get real serious real quick.
The thing that had me going with that is I often wonder. I'm like, I think it's Harold Perrineau. I'm probably butchering his name, but is he acting or is that him? Because the lines are blurred, and I'm like, that's a Black dad. I know a Black dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think for him, he's like Angela Bassett, where like anything role they put on, it's always them in that role.
Yes.
I know Angela Bassett's gonna do great in whatever she's in, but I know that it's still just Angela Bassett being Angela Bassett.
Yeah, but no, he needed that. He said what we were probably thinking because, like, I was like, when I got out of the meeting, what the heck? You know what I mean?
Well, and I don't want to jump
too. Yeah,
I know
exactly. Yeah, and I don't want to jump too much, but you see how Boyd was right in the end anyway, and came back to bite everyone.
Yeah. And can we just say we all been like town meeting. And I mentioned like either last week or the week before, like every time that's not always going to give you the positive results that you want. And Jay understood that. Like his line was like comedic and throwaway line, but it was the truth.
Yeah, the math. Well, they need a smaller, just like we said, the people who have seen something, maybe us just meeting because that was too much.
Honestly, Tabitha was awful at her press conference. She was awful. She didn't give no answer. She didn't talk about anything, her experience. And I feel like she needs to let them know, y'all, this just happened like 2 days ago.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I think I think she gave a little because she was saying like they said, oh, you didn't call the police. Like even the police officer said, I didn't believe her, but she was, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but can I say one bit of information that was so crucial? like that that they didn't share. Like I wanted Victor's father to say more in that. I felt like he was doing a better job than Tabitha, but like they didn't even talk about like the accident that prior to the accident where he was taking her and anything about Victor's mother and the things she saw and her role. Like that's what they needed to be sharing in the meeting. I'm like, they're missing all of these key elements.
That one question was stupid. That person that said, "Why did you call the police?" I'd be like, "The police is here. The police is with me."
And the police officer said,
"I brought them, bro."
You would have been sections.
He was.
And you know what? At that moment, she should have took Boyd's gun and shot that person in the head. Like, you know what, bitch? Ask something else stupid. Ask me something else.
I have a question though. Boyd again kind of went a little left to me. What did y'all think about his scene with our girl, the police officer? Because she was trying.
No, fuck her.
No,
fuck whatever
no, she got what she deserved.
Really? Yes, she did.
Yeah.
She did.
I'm mad about her killing somebody. It was the wrong time to talk to him because he was still mad about that getting shot.
Exactly.
I disagree.
He was wrong.
He shouldn't have went off on her.
Yeah.
She did pick the wrong time because he has been stressed the fuck out. Now I did reevaluate on her how she felt in from the ambulance to like Colony House and then her pew-pewing and everything else, like she, you know, Matt Dillon and stuff, and she hit, you know, Nikki, which I'm glad Nikki is dead. But she did that out of fear.
That's a pepperoni.
And I feel that Boyd should not have jumped on her, even though she's trying.
Yeah.
And he has to give her some grace that she's fresh. She don't know what's going on. She sees like all this crazy mess going on. You know, like you said last week, which my daughter tripped out on you, Tyrone, that dead-eyed in the road. And she couldn't believe what was going on. And yes, and like Nikki's stupid ass, because I knew it was coming, that her ass needed to go. So she stood out there in the window peeping and creeping and everything else, being nosy. And that's the reason why she was at the right time at the right moment. And I'm glad she got that book. So there it is. So Boyd should not have went off on the new person, the cop lady, the rookie cop. Okay. So
and be mindful too.
I'm gonna give the cop lady some grace, but Boyd was in the wrong for doing it. And he should have like said, you know what? I don't want to talk about it. You need to go on with somebody and get acclimated with the town and such like that.
No, because fuck you, Jane. Fuck you, Jane, and your badge. Get out of my face.
No, you might need her.
It's giving a cab.
No, but you guys, can I say one thing about her character? You might really need her. And this is my logic. This is my thinking. Boyd is legitimately a police officer. Like we know, like that was his role. Kenny, I believe Kenny, I'm not sure if Kenny was a police officer. I think he was just deputized by Boyd probably to kind of help in terms of order. She is a legit police officer. So I think that he is going to need people.
But I don't trust her.
I know you don't trust her because we don't know her yet, but I think that was at least the first attempt in terms of her trying to connect with Boyd and apologize. Not the right time. And even when you saw Boyd's face when she left, he knew he was wrong there. You could tell he knew that he shouldn't have responded to her the way he did. She could come in handy just based off of her experience. I'm just saying.
Yeah, fuck you, Jane. You just got here. Don't give me any solutions about anything. You don't even know if it was gonna rain today or tomorrow. It just started snowing. You don't know anything. Don't talk to me. Don't come in my office.
Oh
my God. Wow.
I just don't like that after that meeting, everybody said what they said, and then they went to Boyd and they're like, by the way, I believe you. Like, where was that energy in the meeting?
That's why I get from Bacta. Because I've been in that situation. You work in corporate America and everybody says, oh, yeah, we have a problem with this. Somebody should bring it up in the meeting. Then you bring it up in the meeting and then they sit back there, mum's the word, don't even back you up. That shit right there. That's why Bacta, he just let her talk. I would be like, no, you can go that way with that. Because
but why didn't Bacta get cussed out? Why didn't Bacta get cussed out?
She should have got cussed out too.
You know why Bacta get cussed out. Because Bacta can say this. Donna can talk to me. She can say what she needs to. She can interrupt my space. But you, bitch, you cannot come in here on your first day to talk to me.
Dad, y'all are not giving her any grace.
No, I said you gotta watch
grace at all.
You guys, time out.
Ostracizing. Let's watch who we ostracizing.
No, time out now. Just think about this, please, because what are the EMTs? Like, okay, I'm just gonna use them. They got fricassee.
Carrie
right?
give everybody grace.
Oh no, but think about this. She got out of that ambulance. Look at what she bared witness to. These are not human beings. This is actually monsters in my face. My gun, if that was my gun, I'm shooting
everybody.
You cleared the place out.
Thank you, Tyrone. I see you nodding. You understand
inside the colony house. Like if you've seen the colony house from outside, you would think it's just an abandoned, dilapidated house.
Actually, but it has charm and glam. So thanks.
How many rooms are at Colony House?
Enough, because we found out that they had an extra room, so Victor can go. No, Henry can go and chill and relax.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how many rooms are in this house? Is this like a mansion?
It's one big loft.
We know old girl who got shot. Her room is free. I forgot her name.
You know what? You know what, Dan? We need to drink. This is enough.
Drink.
Dale,
I got a question for all of us and everything. And if I'll ever notice this, and this is one of my little beefs, especially with the writers, where in the hell all these damn extras come from?
Yeah, I don't know.
And every season, it's like they just come out of nowhere, and I'm like,
yeah, and I was like, why are they playing in our faces with these too many extras in the show? Because you have the diner mishmash crazy meeting, and then of course when Dale looking like Han Solo in the swimming pool. You see some extra faces. I'm like, who in the hell are these people?
Before we get to that,
if it's like so many of these town people, like Colony House and town, like all together, and my friend, I'm gonna give a shout out to him, Mark Miner. What's up, like that? He actually have like a really good point. Since everything is changing, the weather, all of this, the food supply, such and such like that. How come they have not like form some kind of like team like in Land of the Dead? And I'm gonna give you this right here. The guy who plays Victor's dad, Henry, I kept looking at him and I was like, he looks so damn familiar. He was on Land of the Dead. How come they can't zombie that shit right there? Apocalyptic ass stuff right there. You in a situation like that, you got Victor's dad and everything, because he was the one with the eye, and he had that little that rifle and stuff on Land of the Dead, and he was shooting up zombies. But I'm just saying, why don't they gather up each other, the ones that actually have some skills or teach like a karate class or something, like an offense, and make weapons, and so they can go monster hunting? This is what my friend said.
I've been asking that.
That's
what I'm saying. Like, why didn't they go out further? Why aren't they making teams? They're not in survivor mode. That's why when you said they're too comfortable, I agree. Y'all too comfortable. Y'all need to be in survival mode.
Wait a minute, you got the talismans.
Yeah,
I don't think they have enough to protect the homes and to go out.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like they were able to go out to that food because there was shelter there. You know what I mean? So you can use the talisman. You can't go too far if there's nowhere for you to.
Remember that girl said it don't work like that, Randall.
Right, but there's enough daylight that they could be doing something. They should be training people for something. Teach basic first aid. Because why do you have 2 nurses? Nobody else knows how to take a bullet. Nobody else knows how to bandage a leg. Like, come on, we're too smart. They have to use their resources.
You really screwed. We lost the EMTs.
I know.
Right. Now, here's my next question. Remember, Victor's dad is like, where's the hotel? I mean, the motel. There's a pool and there's a motel sign, but where's the motel?
Yeah, I was like, why is he the first person to notice this? You got hella people in town, and nobody noticed that but the daddy.
Hey, nobody noticed this?
Hell, I noticed it. Why didn't they notice it?
Listen, that's why I think it should be used as a plot device, especially with these random people popping up. Like, I just need one of them to be like, do you even know my name? Do you even know when I got here? Like, and then some sort of like cerebral mind fuck that whoever the puppeteers, they're playing with people, just dropping people in and out,
But I'm also wondering, why haven't they gone through the stuff in the back of the diner? Because I know there's stuff back there that's gonna like clue it all in. They're being dumb.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating.
The conversations are not conversing. I'm annoyed.
They're not conversing.
Common sense.
You had that whack ass meeting and nothing came out of it. Why don't y'all put your brains together and figure something out?
The only two people that went through the back of the diner stuff was Tien and then Jade.
Exactly.
And Ethan. Don't forget Ethan.
Oh, Ethan. Yeah.
Because he likes to play back then.
All they wanted to do was party and smoke weed and have sex. That's how they was introduced to us when we first seen the residents of Colony House. They was partying. They wasn't even thinking about trying to get out. I don't know.
Well, that's what I think. I think everybody got complacent, and I think when Jim and Tabitha they arrived and all these things started happening, especially with Jade, you got hope, and you got these minds of people who saying, "I'm not just going to be complacent and kind of just sitting here. I'm going to try to figure out what's going on." So I think they all just were there for so long. They got complacent. We just need to be in at night, and they just were doing their own thing.
And see, I just missed a comment where somebody noted 2 comments about like the hotel piece. Like, of course, we noticed the sign, like clearly the sign is there. What stood out to me with Victor's father when he was mentioning it was not necessarily like there's the sign, but what he said was, where's the motel? So it's almost like just trying to focus on the things that should be here. Where did they go? What happened to them? If there was a motel there, did it get washed away? Did it get destroyed? How long has this place been in existence? I kind of took like that from it. Like no one's even asking that questions. There's the pool, which is the remnants of a building that was once there. There's the sign. Where are these things?
Facts.
Yeah, that's what I say. I guess
let's take a moment to highlight some of the people in the comments. I know we have a question about the comments. We're currently streaming to multiple YouTube channels, so you won't see all the comments unless we post them on the screen. So I know that was for Ty Briggs, that is dedicated to you. Make sure everyone, thank you so much for coming and hang out with us in the comments. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, turn on those notifications. We want to see you back here every single week as we discuss from Critical Overlord. Welcome back, my friend. Ty, new face around here. Welcome into the building. It didn't even look like they were even a space for them. Yeah, agreed. Will, welcome back. He said it was called the Star Magic Motel. Lil Dirty X. Well, welcome back, Lil Dirty X. Let's see. Darrow's good to see you as usual. Weapon Doug S. Welcome back. You know about those weapons. You know, Donna was going off on Boyd about, you know, they literally rip people to shreds and we shoot them and nothing happens. So building weapons out of rocks and sticks is not going to do anything.
But what happened to the bullets?
You can still work something out. You can
to do what?
They have to think. They got to think of it in a more mystical way and not practical.
Right.
Well, what happened to Boyd's bullets with the goop?
Yeah,
we haven't talked about that since last season.
Oh yeah, when he was able to kill one.
Yes.
We have Vanessa Wicked. Welcome back in the building.
Hi, Vanessa.
All right. We also have Michael Anthony in the building. We have Cal in the building.
Hi, Cal.
All right. Anna Babe. Welcome back, friend. We have In Love and Horror. Thank you, everybody, for coming to hang out with us in the comments. So yeah, this episode, you know what? I feel like we're getting closer to like that that slow down part of the season, where the action starts to decrease and we get more of like character development and more of those.
Wait, he rolled his eyes at character development.
Because like the first two seasons,
character development.
I only did that because I only did it because the first 2 seasons that's all we really got, and more mystery. And so now we are at a point where okay, we understand their choices, we understand the character, and not saying you can't grow them any further. It's just
please
like,
grow them further.
Yeah, please always continue to grow them. It's just use them accordingly and reveal things and kill them off. Okay, that's all I have to say.
Oh my God!
I love the energy tonight. Ask the right questions. Fans were disappointed in group meeting, but I thought it was accurate. Also, it showed Fatima is changing from bright optimism to darker. I said that last week. Yes, that's a good point, Will. Fatima is shifting.
Do we still think that she's going to turn into the kimono ghost?
I don't think so. I think so.
You know why I don't think so? Wow. Because remember, I love that Ellis was sharing with Julie. Some like people are starting to open about like Julie, her experience, what she's feeling, Ellis's vision. I think that like it's going to require. It reminded me of like Sixth Sense. Do you guys remember that movie when it was kind of like, oh, he kept running from them? You have to stop, follow, talk to them. They have something to say to you. I think there's a key to the woman that he's seeing, that if he can truly engage with her, she has a message similar to like when Boyd saw those people hanging. Like fear has prevented him.
She said, "Help me." She said, "Help me." When they was looking through the trunks, I thought they were going to pull a kimono out of the trunk. When they was looking through the clothes, I was like, that didn't happen.
I feel there was some clues in that that scene in the basement, and then I was like, why is this damn basement so bright? Like this, I was like, okay. But I
love how Collie House keeps developing new rooms.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Like these magical rooms, like just showing up like Constantine or something.
It's like Harry Potter. It's forever changing, and that's the beauty of living in a place like Collie House. Is that it's forever evolving, just like the inhabitants.
But I feel there's some clues in that scene with Elgin and Julie. Because there was like some very slow, crazy camera angles, especially something that showed something that was yellow in the scene. Because I was like really peeping that scene out. I mean, even though we were caught up of like them having fun and smoking that good old grass and everything up in there, but there was like some clues that we actually overlooked. In that scene, especially with them pulling out the clothes, the Polaroid pictures.
I thought something was going to be on the pictures.
There was a couple of Polaroid pictures that was seen in season 2 and 1. Just finding out, it was like a couple of people like was mysterious. I think it was like the boy or something, the boy in white, and a couple of other characters that were like, passed away or they became monsters. So like, you have those clues right there, just right in front of our faces.
Did anybody else get that? And shout out to the directors and the writers for this scene with Elgin and Sarah. It felt like an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark with that camera. Like I was like, watch them get sucked into this camera into another place, and then they got. You know how that part of the episode of shows, and now they got.
I thought something was going to be on the cameras. I thought it was going to be like the woman on the camera, like when the pictures developed.
I just knew they were about to have their own adventure. Like they had the clothes on, they were smoking, they had the camera. I was like, this is perfect 90s episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark? So,
Little Dirty X said in the chat, Elgin's about to take a photo of the town and reveal the missing motel. And I personally think that this is like an upside down. The way that Victor's dad was like, oh, we have this tree with the bottles in our world, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, watch this be like they're in another dimension or some shit.
Oh, for sure.
Julie photo. We'll show someone else's room.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Akui.
They didn't show.
What does that mean?
I think it means Survivor of the West meets the South.
Yeah.
What?
Not playing.
He said that's so serious.
Right. I feel like it's going to be like when we figured out that Hodor meant hold the door.
Yeah.
So like, slow down. Yes. I'm like, Akui.
Akui. I don't know.
There's so much to be said still. Not said.
Were there any standout moments from this episode?
We got to talk about the pool.
Oh yeah,
we got to talk about
that. Would be
I'm not ready to get to Dale yet. Take a sip too. Take a sip.
You got to drink. Yep.
this episode was unhinged because after they stoned Tabitha and called her a witch, for going away and not doing anything what she was supposed to do, like they all would have done. Everybody was like, "Well, if you can't do it, I can do better." So that energy was unmatched throughout the diner and the town until it was matched when Dale met Jade and Tabitha, who's giving Lois and Clark right now. Dale met Lois and Clark.
Oh, drink, you guys! You said it twice, Tim.
Oh shit, you're right. Keisha, no.
That needs to be a sound that you can hit on the soundboard. Keisha, no.
Keisha,
No.
Please,
Oh, by the way,
that's the whole bottle.
I switched back to wine this week. Did y'all have
Nice.
Messed up.
I woke up with such a sore throat. I was like, I'm never doing that again.
Not that vape. That vape took you out.
Ow.
Now you know how they feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, listen. Hello. But before we get to the Dale of the matter, was there any? You take another sip. You know what it is. Cheers. Was there anything else that stood out for you in this episode?
Jade not taking everything well. I think Jade is all the stress and things is starting to get to him. You know, I feel like he's, you know, even though I give Jade a lot of shit, sometimes undeserved, sometimes deserved, but I feel like he's starting to you know, shake a little bit. I feel like he's starting to, you know, he's gonna be a much of a man by the end of the season, probably. Then we rebuild him the next season.
Well, Tyrone, I wonder though. I think the bottles a little bit not gave him a boost, but I think he's now has something to focus on in terms of what these messages and numbers and these bottles mean. So I'm hoping that because his mind, we know that he is so brilliant in the sense of like his goal is to solve, to be able to think outside the box, put these puzzle pieces together. I think when he's unable to do that, especially in this place, he's becoming more unhinged. But perhaps now he has a new purpose in terms of Tabitha taking him to this tree and trying to figure out what's in the midst of all of these bottles and what they mean. It could put his focus somewhere for the moment. I don't know.
Yeah.
And
that is true.
And to add to that, he also has the book, and I think he's walking down the same path as Christopher did. And it feels like he is. A lot of these characters are echoing characters that we haven't, like, from the other years. It feels like a lot of these characters, like Tabitha Miranda's connection, what's his name, Jade and Christopher's connection, Victor's connection to everything. It feels like things are coming together and merging, and answers are getting ready to start popping out. So I'm excited for that. But I'm scared that Jade may actually lose it, and that will be the demise of his character, and will be the last time I watch.
He needs to start drinking water more. Jade needs to start drinking water more, because that damn kiss that he did in the snow, baby, that was dehydration. He needs to start drinking more water, and maybe he will get his mind together. He will gather it up. He is losing it, but that drinky drink. That's not the line for him. He needs to start drinking more water. That's all I gotta say.
I'm gonna give him the same prescription as Randall. Get broken off in the colony house, and he can have some post nut clarity.
Screaming, Tabitha needs the post nut clarity.
Colony house. That's
so. The question is, why doesn't Jim get the same grace for? He needs a post nut clarity.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I don't think it would work. I don't think there's anything there to clarify. There's nothing going on. It's like a hamster on a wheel inside of Jim's head.
Yeah.
He probably hasn't had none either. He hasn't had none.
No, I see why though. Tabitha was going through the divorce though. I do see why.
Thomas, that's just Jim.
Don't bring that up. That's not fair. Do not bring up their relationship.
And he's got children. You would think if anything would pull him out and get him on board, like it would be his kid. But
It don't make no difference.
There are times when his son has more clarity than him. Like when Ethan was
in
Dinah,
exactly.
He's cleaning up. He's like, I gotta clean up because this is what Tien would do if she was here. Like he had more in that moment, more on the ball than his daddy. He's a child.
And he even said to Julie, like even their conversation, like too, recall when they said they might be all that's left. They're gonna have to take care of one another.
Oh yeah.
Because I said, Jim he probably gonna go by the wayside at some point.
That's true. Because Jim went out.
The fact that Ethan realizes that is crazy. Ethan's so young for him to be like, my dad's losing it and my mom may be dead. So all we got is each other. Wild. That poor child. He's traumatized. First they try to kill him.
His life is over already. Like let's just make that perfectly clear.
Yeah.
He's screwed. If
he needs therapy.
He's never gonna trust anything ever again. He's gonna always have an imaginary friend. And he's probably gonna name his kids Victor and Boy and White.
No, he got a lot of insight though for a kid, because even when he was walking with Victor's dad, that conversation that he was having, like how he explained Victor, like he said, we fight sometimes and he goes away, but I think that's how he processes it. I said, well, Dad, you know what I mean? He really,
and, and I'm gonna use the word again. I'm gonna give Ethan some grace. No, because Mika, we had this conversation. Listen. We had this conversation, you guys. We have to acknowledge he is the only non-adult in this town, the only child. Like, there's no other children here. Like, Victor probably is the closest thing.
I look at Elgin as a child. Elgin might be 18, might be from a child.
Ellis is a child. Elgin is a child, and Foxman has a child.
And technically, what's his sister's name?
Sarah. Julie.
Julie's technically still a child. She's 15 or 16.
Like a little kid, you guys. Like little kid.
Yeah.
Well, listen, since we're talking,
if Victor can handle it for 40 years, so can Ethan for 3 weeks. Ethan, please.
Since we're talking about children and the future of things, we're focused on the future of this show right now. Let's get into these brief commercial breaks on this current episode of Scream Kings. Ladies and gentlemen.
Segways.
And that is Killer Card Game. You can find them on Instagram under Killer Card Game. Check them out. They're amazing. They sent us all these different versions of this game. So make sure that you guys go, run, check it out. Get all the things because you deserve them. It's a great game. If you like Clue and 80s murder mystery, make sure you just get this game. And also, if you want to promote your events, your things, your shows, reach out to us. We would love to promote your stuff. We'll put your clips out here, all the fun things, get your things shared and liked, all the fun. All right, guys. Now is the moment that we could talk.
Yes.
We could talk about the man in the wall, the man we all love.
I'm ready.
The man who believes fat meat ain't greasy. Dale.
I wanted to go home.
All my homies hate Dale. Fuck Dale.
Dale's facial expression in this brick was so funny to me. He was like, "Wait, for real? This is what happened to me."
Oh, that was in a rock and a hard place.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
Y'all trying to get us tipsy. Y'all better stop that.
Wow.
That was crazy though. Because at first I didn't get what people was looking at. Then you heard them. That's not what?
It looked like voice. You see?
Yeah, he went.
I already knew what happened when they were staring. I didn't know where he was, but I knew wherever Dale was, it was not in the place he thought he was going to end up.
Listen,
somebody said in the chat. I don't know if it was Daryl that said that Boyd said he was going to give them stone cold proof.
Stone cold proof. And yeah, I guess he did. I was dying because I like walked away from the TV and my boyfriend's like, "Oh, Dale is in the wall." I'm like, "Thank God." I'm so happy he's gone.
I kind of liked his banter in the background though. That was always entertaining, you know?
No. No.
I enjoyed it.
I could not stand because he's always that nasty, critical person who's not adding to anything. When Homegirl got her leg in the bear trap, wasn't he there making everything a mess too?
Yeah, he was.
Well, he was upset because we know Jade called that.
Was he the one who
No, he did not.
Wait, wasn't he the one that went off? I forget if that was last season in the kitchen.
Yes,
the
Ellis.
They should have put him in the box last year for that.
He should have been in the box.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I remember that.
We gotta bring the box back.
He had to go.
No, they can't justify the box because people just do what the hell they want to do here.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah. So, but who steps into a tree and doesn't drop the bag in first to see where the bag goes and see if the bag he just walks in with the damn tree.
You know what? I'll see y'all later, and I'm gonna go and find help and do things you didn't do. Sure,
but
Dale.
Good try. Dale, I don't think Dale would ever send help back. I think if he got out, he wouldn't send help back. He just
Dale is the one. Hey, y'all need to be drinking because y'all said his name.
I'm like almost out of drink.
Keisha, no.
I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. Keisha, no.
Wine drunk is still drunk, Mom.
Wait, were you guys shocked that I was actually shocked that not more people got up from the diner and like followed into the tree. I was like I was surprised by that. I thought he was gonna start like a movement. He was like, I'm out of here.
They're not about that life.
No, they're not about that life.
Tree. Like I'm looking at the hole and I'm like, yeah, if Donna not fitting in that tree, Boxer not fitting in that tree.
Elgin not fitting in that tree.
What do you call it? It's a body shaming tree.
A body shaming tree.
No, it's like Santa Claus. All you got to do is touch it, and then it'll just.
Resize.
I think that would have been
crazy. Kira, I would have loved to see that pool wall filled with people's face pressed through and trying to go through that tree.
Listen. It would have been too messed up if they would have not let everybody get into that tree. If like it was just the people who couldn't fit in the tree left behind and everybody else got to go home. Like that would be it would cause riots.
Body shaming.
Do we think that taking out those numbers from those bottles reconfigured the tree's location drop off spot?
That's what I'm thinking. I was thinking that too.
Like those could be coordinates or something.
Okay, I'd never say this, but Jade, first of all, you fucked up the little tiki torch man. And now you broke the bottles by taking the numbers.
Again, he keeps thinking scientifically and not mystically. These things don't matter. They matter in this world.
Yeah, there's a reason for it.
Hey, drink water.
She's so funny.
Well, because he do need to stop drinking because that's not helping him at all.
You know who they need for the trees? They need Victor again. Don't forget that Victor was crucial in helping Tabitha get as far as she did. Because he's actually studying the trees.
Yeah, he was measuring how far they were.
Exactly, Shasha.
Well, why haven't they drawn a map yet?
Well,
they do. Victor has a map. Victor has a map.
Okay, but Victor has a map. This is what I'm saying. Like, there's so many things they're not using
because it's drawn out of crayon, and they're like, no,
it's ability shade. It's ableism. They don't believe that he would know anything because in their mind, that dude is like either slow or he's stunted through
because he is.
But that's what you need to be asking.
If he survived this long, you need to talk to him.
Yeah,
there you go.
Is he tapping the
buried all his memories in a time capsule and still don't remember? That's a problem.
Go back to the people who like needed to be not even in the town meeting, form their own secret society circle.
No, but he did. But Victor, when Tabitha wanted answers, when she was on Victor, like show me, he was able to get her to where she needed to go. So
that's why I said Dale was on his own jumping in this tree because he didn't consult nobody.
Jay tried to talk to him, but he got too frustrated because he don't know how to talk to Victor. So he was just like demanding Victor give him answers. It's like Victor speaks in a certain way, and you just got to decipher how he's speaking instead of just like
our neurodivergent king.
Yeah.
Yes. And Boyd told them he was stuck in the chimney. That's all I needed to hear.
Right.
He said, I barely got out. Are y'all fucking kidding me?
Thank you.
Like, why would you not listen to the people who have gone through these experiences? What do you?
Thank you.
I don't know.
And here come Dale with his stick and cloth packed bag, like he's about to get out of here. Yeah, Dale, you gotta. Take a drink. I said his name, so y'all deserve it.
You see, Boyd was about to. I mean, he ended up losing his life, but Boyd had the gun ready.
Ty brings up a good point. He says Boyd's note said 1864, and he went to that time. That's why the dungeon was in the ruins when he came back.
Ooh, okay.
Wait, say that again. Give that back to me.
Ty Briggs wrote, yes, Boyd's note said 1864, and he went to that time. That's why the dungeon was in ruins when he came back.
Yep, I remember. Yep.
Yes.
Oh, that's true.
So maybe the last note, it was like what 2659.
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
February 26. February 6, 89.
It was 26. Someone said that too in the comments. I saw what the date was.
Let me go scroll up.
2659, wasn't it?
Yeah, wasn't it? I was, and I saw someone. I thought.
So 59 would be nice. Yeah, 2659. It was Daryl. That'll be February 6, 1959.
Ooh, look at that.
And 40 years from then was what?
Oh, don't give me that.
1999.
Oh, never mind.
Yes, and 1864 would be the Civil War soldiers. That's what I'm thinking too, because they keep popping up.
Oh,
I'm trying
to soldiers. Yep.
Yeah.
So if there's civil, do we know, or are they in Maine, or are they in like arbitrary East Coast because it's snowing?
They all came from everywhere.
Yeah,
right. Like, so everyone came from different parts.
Yeah, Victor's
and it's
dad
never snowed there before. Like I'm holding everyone who's there have been there for longer, different durations. But if Victor has been there the longest, and he said the weather has never been cold.
Never been cold. Yeah.
That tells you, like,
Ty also says that Martin had a Semper Fi or Semper Fi, I'm not sure how to pronounce the tattoo. That model was adopted by the Marines in 1863.
Wait, who's Martin?
Martin is the guy that was chained up to the wall.
Oh, he had a name? He had a name? That's crazy.
I'll be screwed in this series because my mind I can't ever get out of escape rooms. I'm dead. I'm never figuring this stuff out. I'm like,
something in this place is Will Smalls is right. Something in this place is related to American history. I agree because there's a lot of like Americana facts like popping up, and I'm like, interesting.
Yeah, better get some answers.
Tabitha was tossed out of the lighthouse. The lady in the hospital said they found her unconscious in the woods outside.
Camden. That was Maine.
Right. Camden, Maine. But the thing is, there's Camden, Maine. There's Camden, New Jersey. I think there's Camden in Pennsylvania. Like,
we should make a login set because in America we have too many towns that are the same name. Like there's hella Springfield. Like we have a Hollywood, Florida. Like why don't they take that name out of the books? Like once a town is named that.
Every state has the same name.
But you guys think about this. It made me think about Tabitha ending up in Maine. Remember, like I'm holding that she has the same gift that Victor's mother had. And so the little boy in the white, I really do view him as a good person in the sense that he pushed her out and she specifically didn't went back to where it all started, where Victor was from, his family, the tree. So I think, you know what I mean?
You're right. That's what ticked me off about the car accident. Because she flipped out about the bracelet. Like, if this woman painted all these paintings of the place that you just came from, then who's to say she didn't make the same bracelet you made and you flipped out for
literally?
Yeah.
You mean the bracelet that she could have made and you could have bought later on? Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Even though that's still a coincidence, that's still a huge coincidence.
You think it's I was like, do you think it's a coincidence or you think it is the same bracelet?
I don't think it's the same bracelet because remember, all her paintings were foreshadowing everything in that town. So she had some kind of psychic ability. So the bracelet probably looked like the bracelet Tabitha made, but the woman didn't know that this is a psychic vision that she's having while she's making this bracelet.
Yeah, she probably saw that in one of her visions.
It made it.
My question is, how did Tabitha know to find Victor's dad? Like, how did she know his address and everything?
The boy in white, remember?
No, the address was inside the
lunchbox. It was in the lunchbox. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure because I was like,
but I agree with Shasha. That freak out pissed me off because they were so close to the
close.
Tree.
Yeah.
Yes. Speaking about the trees, because that's one thing that got Dale screaming, and let's check out what the other folks are screaming about on social media, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh my God.
Why is this bitch who eats rotten food and human flesh being so judgmental at this town hall? Why is she talking so much? Shut the fuck up, Fatima. You literally turning into one of the creatures. You have bigger problems. You're judging Tabitha for not telling anyone about the cursed ass town, but you're not telling anyone you eat rotten flesh now. You're fucking twat waffles, zombie ass hypocrite.
Daddy went in.
Oh yeah, they went really in.
Thank you, Bean Nikki Barnes. You gave me a great monologue tonight. That was awesome.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
Hereditary worthy. Let's go.
Yes, it was. This episode was not just
wow.
This episode was not just a way to shut down the residents from Ville questioning Boyd, but also shutting down the Dales of the internet, saying how easy it would be if we just all gathered around and talked. Oh, you sweet summer child, welcome to politics.
Oh, wow. Summer child.
No,
you gotta use that. Sweet summer child. Wow.
That's shade. You sweet summer child.
Yeah, that did shut it down because I was about that town media in life, but not anymore.
I just underestimated the stupidity of the town.
Yep.
Put it together real quick.
Big mistake shunning Acosta and Boyd, realizing it immediately.
Exactly.
How badly she screwed up the ambulance arrival. Acosta had a great idea for preventing more hysteria. Watch Randall scoop her up.
What did I say? Don't ostracize. Watch you ostracize.
Agreed.
And she about it. Like, I feel like her and Randall start their own faction, maybe at a third,
All they need is some plaid, and some chewing tobacco, and they be the perfect couple.
Oh my gosh, that could be Randall's new Machiavelli right there.
Exactly.
No, she's gonna come back with Boyd. I think she's gonna be. I can see them partnering.
Randall, baby, did you get out that gun that we needed for that? Come on in here. Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna be happening.
You know what might happen? I bet you should have a conversation with Kenny, and Kenny explained to her about Boyd, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I get it." They probably played a mediator.
Yeah, this one cracked me up. He's so right. Any meeting with more than 3 people is basically pointless. Period.
Seriously.
It is. Period.
Agreed.
I concur.
Then Faraway Tree said, "You don't have to bury Dale. We'll do it for her."
Love that. Love that.
And the Faraway Tree sticking out.
Yes.
Cold-blooded.
Oh.
The internet is on Dale's neck. And y'all better start drinking. I know that much.
Not Adele.
Even Ghost Ass Thomas?
I seriously hate the entire Matthews family. They're insufferable assholes. Every single one of them, even Ghost Ass Thomas.
I know that's right.
Wow. The Matthews got no love.
Like disconnect the phone at this point. No.
Ooh,
he told Jim, "Didn't not your kids, bruh." Excuse me.
What if he was dropping tea? Like she had a whole affair.
He's trying to break their family up.
Yes.
Wow.
Being Nikki, you are on one.
Right?
Nikki Barnes.
Everyone tearing each other's faces off at the town meeting.
Literally.
Meanwhile, Elgin and Julie.
Vibes. Straight vibes.
Love it.
Like, bruh, did you hear about the meeting? Bruh, are you going? Bruh, this not the meeting.
There's a meeting?
Fatima really got some nerve telling Tabitha what she could have done better when she eat a motherfucker. They are on Fatima's and Dad's.
Yeah, she neither. This episode
is getting
wow
hard.
She was on Tabitha.
Well, I guess you could say that Dale got stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Don't
Hilarious.
Damn.
And their name is Helga Pataki. Hilarious.
That's funny.
I feel like Captain America. I don't get that reference.
I'm screaming.
Helga Pataki.
I love it.
Yeah, what is the Helga Pataki?
From Hey Arnold.
Oh, yeah, from Hey Arnold.
Oh, wow.
So, since we've seen all of the little memes and stuff, I think there's like so funny, but I did join a group. It has a lot of people that discuss a lot of theories about prom. So one of the things that I've been like, observing is that there's fandom and having so much fun like we're doing now. And then there's obsession and toxicity. And I noticed that and I was like, oh, I need to leave my ass out of this damn group. I mean, it's some fun things that they said. It was like one of them. I had to laugh so hard because I was thinking the same thing. I did mention like who is giving these fresh cuts in this town. Everybody here is just clean and shit. If somebody said, who is doing Bafka's braids? Is there a braider in town or something?
Yeah, because I don't think she had braids last season, and now she has them. Like, I was just like, where'd you get the braiding hair?
I thought she had locks.
Yes.
She did? I don't remember.
She had a bust down.
Who is doing braids in this town? Because I want to get hooked up by her too.
I'm gonna have to go back. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go
Keisha,
back.
I heard it's you. I heard you in the town doing the hair and makeup for everybody. I heard that. Oh, you sent Tabitha to that meeting with this new bust down.
I want to go visit Keisha just so she could do my makeup and put some lashes on.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta do some lashes tomorrow, and then I gotta go DJ Saturday. So
look at that,
nice, Keisha.
Listen,
she is booked and busy.
Booked and busy.
Family will cut you.
Family will cut you.
That.
Is there any characters this season so far that you are wanting to see more from or expecting something?
Tilly. I love Tilly.
Yeah. Elgin. I need Elgin to speak up. I'm tired.
I'm annoyed with Elgin. I've been annoyed since he got his Jeeper Creepers ass off the bus.
Literally.
I love Tilly. I want to learn more about Tilly.
You said Tilly? Oh, the old lady. Right?
Yeah, I like Tilly.
Yeah,
I like very much.
I think Tilly actually is she's actually gonna be watching Fatima. And I think when she said that, I think that's important, like someone to keep her eyes on her because she was really freaked out about that Raven.
Stay away from Fatima.
Yeah, she was freaked out about that Raven.
Whatever powers that be didn't want her to read those cards either. Like they made sure to not let Tilly read those cards.
Those cards, yep.
And she tried that again, and we go make sure for real.
Yeah, for me, it's
what? At
Tilly.
this point, I really don't even care about anybody on this show and stuff. I'm just ready for everybody to just get their ass killed in this motherfucker.
I can't believe
more shit happening. I want that. I'm not trying to. I mean, I understand Victor and Henry. That's a good storyline. I really is and everything, and that touched my heart. But I'm just like, I'm ready for some more blood. I'm ready for some Dale gets stuck in the swimming pool like Han Solo. Up in this bitch with some other people and everything. I am ready for Fatima to start like knucking and bucking people and eating people's asses up. You know what? I predict this. I'm going to predict this right here. Fatima, whenever she's doing her little change and craziness and everything else, because they're showing like the next season next episode that there's like a sonogram to see what the baby is. I want Fatima to kill Ellis, because that is going to like literally kill Boyd's soul right there. I want some fucked upness with this.
It would break Boyd, but it would make Boyd closer to Kenny because they both would feel like we lost everybody.
Yeah,
and Kenny is like his adopted son anyway.
Right.
Why are we loving Kenny so much? Like
whoa, hold on, whoa. That's my boy.
I love Kenny. I love
Kenny slander. Because this is the Kenny love zone.
We were introduced to Kenny playing chess with his daddy with Alzheimer's.
Mel
about Kenny. Like everything he does is so good-hearted. Like,
I don't play with Kenny. He's Russell from dead. Up, grown up. Like, leave him alone.
I love Kenny. I love
Kenny. Yep.
I like Kenny.
Like, oh my God. Tyrone, please.
Yeah.
Listen. Like Kenny.
No, I like Kenny, but let's not act like we wasn't dragging Kenny through the mud like last season.
With his pain. I'm dragging him for wasting his time on Paramedic Girl. Like, you Kenny, let it go.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And I still love me some Donna.
That's right.
Listen,
that's right.
Keep Donna, but you could kill off Boyd, you kill off anybody except for Donna for me.
No. Donna and Boyd are my top two.
Donna and Boyd.
Donna, Boyd, Kenny.
Donna,
Boyd, Kenny. Yes.
Get out of people. I want her to turn into like American Psycho because she's gonna lose it.
Keisha, that's enough.
I'm feeling realistic tonight.
Keisha, no.
Keisha,
that has to be a t-shirt. Keisha, no.
If Donna did go, like I was hoping that Bata would take up the mantle, but she can't even stand firm in her shit in front of a group of people. She want to talk to Boyd in private. You talk in front of a group of people, you can't lead.
Well, she said she got him next time.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
No, but Donna did. Donna kind of left Boyd hanging too at that diner, though. I will say when he was talking. Yeah.
Vanta, who are 3 characters that you would put on the chopping block for the end of this season?
Fatima. Easy. I know Elgin has a lot to say, so he's annoying me. Fatima, Jim. Who else would I put?
Ellis. I don't want
to put Ellis because he's kind of cute, but I would also put Ellis because, like you guys said, that would break Boyd. Mm-hmm. I kind of want Boyd to lose his mind. Like, I love him as a character, but I want to see what's it going to take to break him because that's what this town wants to do. It wants to break him. Mm-hmm. So I just want to see what's going to happen.
And he's entertaining when he's broken. Like I'm still picturing him when TM cast and he was cradling that body. The body he started kicking that leg. I was like, oh my God.
Any predictions about what we're going to experience next week? And next week's episode is titled Scar Tissue.
Scar Tissue.
And that's going to be about Randall because his face is like
Fatima and Ellis make a big decision about her pregnancy. Boyd fears for the future of his family. Tensions rise in the Matthews house, and Randall opens up to Marielle about his fears.
Marielle?
The nurse.
Richie's girlfriend.
Rocky Road. Okay, if you said that, I would have known.
You call her what? Rocky Road?
Junkie Road.
They messed up for that. I don't call her that.
Vanta, we tend to give these characters nicknames or whatever.
That's fine.
And so we have Lois Lane, which is Tabitha.
Yeah.
We have Junkie Road, which is Marielle. Annoying as well, yes, Junkie Road. We have Jeepers Creepers, and Elgin has another name.
Elgin's also
Kincaid.
Yeah.
Kincaid.
Kincaid. That's it. Kincaid.
Because the way he kept on
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna make me go to sleep, and I can't go to sleep. Yeah.
I can't go to sleep. Hey, can I ask you guys? Do you think we'll have more town inhabitants coming this season? Another car?
I hope not. I think that's it.
No.
I want that.
Let's pause for a bit.
Listen,
listen,
bring in more, and then we can slaughter at least 6 or 7, but just bring in a little bit more interesting people, because I, for one, want Bacta to have, an actual sufficient story, some storylines this season.
Yeah. Are you guys automatically getting a trailer for next season? Because I've been watching it on the Roku channel. It doesn't give me a trailer.
It doesn't give a trailer, but I did find it a few days later on YouTube.
Yeah, you have to go to YouTube the next day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in our post show that we show in our Patreon, for our
shameless plug.
Yep. Patreon.
We always go over the trailer and all those things.
Okay.
Vonta, final thoughts on this episode.
I love this episode. I think, like I said before, the stakes are getting higher, and I feel it. I feel it brewing. I'm really enticed by what's going to come next, because we don't have any answers, and the show keeps giving us more questions and no answers. So I'm glad they're adding a lot more elements, and we've got different perspectives. And I'm happy that Dale is dead, because all my homies hate Dale. Fuck Dale.
Drink.
Fuck Dale.
Fuck Dale.
Fuck Dale. What?
I ran out of. I'm done.
I'm out. Yeah, I'm out of drink.
I ran out of beverage.
We're almost at the end, guys. So, question: if Jim goes, does that mean we're gonna have a funeral or like a party?
I'm okay.
A party.
Us party. Them funeral.
Us.
Party.
Us a party.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't even going to acknowledge him.
You weren't even going to acknowledge him.
I wasn't going to acknowledge him at all.
Damn.
It's basically like it happened.
I love that energy. Not good at it.
He was still sweet to have.
Did y'all hear about Jim? Jim who?
Who was that?
Is he
They have a
local?
Jim in the show?
Is he local?
You know what it had me thinking about too, you guys? Like how from when you go Comic-Con, do all these things. I bet you nobody checking for Jim.
Nope.
Nobody.
Nobody dressed as Jim. Nope.
Girl.
It's too dangerous.
More people dressed like that smiley vampire or creature dude than Jim.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because
some give me a lunchbox and dress like Victor before I dress like Jim.
Listen, some fans get a little too much, when the actors come and they forget that it's an actual show and script. So I think it would be a little too dangerous for Jim. Like, he would, walk up on
like, fuck you! Fuck you!
What happened to homeboy that played Prince Joffrey on Game of Thrones? He quit acting because the fans
he just got his new role this year. He had to take a huge hiatus because people were awful.
Really?
I mean, it was the same thing with Hayden Christensen in Star Wars. Like, he didn't return to acting because fans were just so nasty to him. Star Wars is
that's taking it too far.
I feel that was. I feel I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was, the guy that played Joffrey. I think he's like the grandson or like the son of the guy who plays on Harry Potter, Goblet of Fire, as the new, teacher there. So I loved him in Game of Thrones. I love old homegirl who played Cersei Lannister.
Joffrey and Cersei
Lena Headey.
People, and then the late Diana Rigg, who played the mother,
Olenna,
the grandmother. Yes, baby, Diana Rigg was so fabulous in that. But I feel that people, they will get so twisted up from fantasy and reality that they cannot distinguish that this is an actor. Like, they're playing a good damn job of playing an unsavory character, but they don't think and say, okay, that's an actor. But no, they're really so caught up in that person playing this unsavory character, which they're playing the hell out of. What an actor is a very good damn liar. And that they go on their pages, their social media, if they see them, they're cussing them out, because it's like, why are you terrorizing this actor? They're doing their job.
Yeah, think about their mental health. Like, why do you not understand make believe from reality. Like this need to be evaluated.
Because you have to remember these stories, these movies, these TV shows change people's lives and they saved people's lives. And when you have these characters that are so awful in these worlds, people tend to take that personal. Now that they probably are unbalanced for sure. But I just want to say that, to play devil's advocate, people care about these projects and these characters, and when they do bad things or when people treat them badly, it tends to piss people off. But I love Joffrey and Cersei. They were the best characters.
We're not taking people out of the streets, though.
There's a difference between, like, you are entitled to feel your feelings. You're entitled to be angry, but you're not entitled to take that anger out on an actor because you're angry.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly, Shasha. My God, tackling people in the streets.
You just don't do that.
It's worse than that. Imagine actors getting death threats for taking roles, or leaving projects, or it's bad. It's really bad.
Well, to take that a step further, Amika and I recall friends of ours that used to run a really popular podcast, and they got death threats just from criticizing like TV shows, like just like having a negative review of a show that so many people love. Like, people can't even distinguish between, we can agree to disagree. We don't all have to like the same thing.
Why I don't cover any comic book movies on my channel. I watch all of them. I love Marvel movies.
Yeah.
I love DC movies, but I don't cover them on my channel because the fandom is so nuts. Like, I'm not dealing with that.
And unfortunately, when you are a Black female content creator, in the comic book world is really hard. It's really hard.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't know that until one of my friends, Frankie. She said, I didn't understand how that world is ran by people
straight white men.
Like, yes, thank you.
It's straight because so I made a post about who would win in a fight, Toph versus Wolverine, and I asked the question. First of all, it went viral. I had Olympians chiming in, which I'm like, aren't you supposed to be swimming? What do you pay attention? And then I got not death threats, but it was close enough. Like, men were in my DMs like, you're stupid. How could you be so dumb? Women don't deserve rights. Like, it was horrible from the end of July until like September, and I took it down, and I was just like, I'm done. I can't deal with this. Yeah.
I've had comments on my videos like, what do you know? They shouldn't give a Black woman a camera. And I'm like,
women shouldn't have rights.
You see why I'm nihilistic. Why you see why I'm nihilistic?
But you can't hide. If you hide, they win. You're not going to shut up.
You're not going to exactly.
I grew up in that time where you had to punch me in the face in person. All this shit you do
online, you're not going to say that in person.
No,
exactly.
That part.
The keyboard warriors.
Exactly.
Keyboard warriors.
I was having a conversation with my sister because she was talking about crossover movies. And about how we were talking about how back in the day when the Universal monster movies kind of got stale, they started doing crossovers like Frankenstein meets the Wolfman and stuff. She was like, bring that back. And there was mumblings about a Star Trek, Star Wars movie, and I was like, they would never do that because those two fandoms are unhinged,
and they both hate each other.
Yeah, they do.
Oh my gosh.
They both missed the point of both things. They missed the point of both Star Trek and Star Wars. Star Trek is about a future where people get along regardless of what race, what ethnicity, what sex, what country, what planet they come from. Star Wars is about defeating imperialistic, fucking fascist empire, and y'all don't get that.
Disconnect.
I get it. I'm a Trekkie. I get it. I'm not a big. I enjoy Star Wars, but I grew up more like with Star Trek. But I don't sit there and talk shit about people that love Star Wars.
Exactly.
Because I have I have friends that love Star Wars. I have people that love Star Trek. So I'm not going to talk shit about this, about that.
We can get that, but they don't.
No,
they always. And I'm like, we don't. You can like two things. It's okay. Two things can be true at the same time.
I grew up with both. My mother is a Trekkie. The first convention I ever went to was a Star Trek Next Generation convention with my mother. And my father is a Star Wars and Lord of the Rings fan. So my house is always both of those things. And it's like, you can't be a true fan of both of these properties and be racist or sexist, because that means you miss the whole point of both stories.
Exactly.
It's so true. Yep. Yep.
You know what the crazy thing is? Like, we not reduce it, but
I didn't get a chance to turn them off.
Huh?
Sorry. I talking to family. Sorry, my bad.
We sometimes minimalize, the keyboard warriors and all that stuff. We've seen enough horror movies to know that can turn into something really bad and really deadly.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So for all the actors who have to endure that, anyone who lives a public lifestyle where you have to do that, to all the content creators, shout out to having tough skin and being able to handle all of those things, all of the racism, all of the homophobia, all of the sexism, all of the things that we have to deal with.
Leave Tamon alone, critical.
Especially on their level.
Thank you, Ty. Thank you. He was okay tonight.
Yeah, but Ty brought up one I was thinking about when y'all was talking about that. That's like more on the humorous side. I was thinking about Jada Pinkett and Low Down Dirty Shame. Remember what she saw?
I was too. Chad from Ashton.
I didn't see Low Down Dirty Shame. I was
Shosh, you got to.
You'll love it.
No, you gotta see that.
Go watch that tonight.
Seriously, Shasha.
It's a cult classic.
And
it's hilarious.
Hilarious. It's a good one, y'all.
Okay, y'all. Final thoughts on this episode from Mika.
Oh, well, we at the halfway mark, right? Because there's only 10 episodes. So halfway mark. Boy. I think, like Monta said, we up in the ante. I think the town meeting was a warning because we talked about like factions starting and rumblings happening. And those lines again, like Boyd said, this could be dangerous where we find Randall. So I think we're going to see some turning, some people taking different sides and some stuff brewing. So that's where I see it. I think it's just going to be up from here.
Okay. Shasha, final thoughts on this episode and where we go at the halfway part.
I'm glad that what happened to Dale happened to Dale. I really like the scene. I mentioned this in the group chat where it was just Boyd and Donna acting with their eyes. Like they're just looking at each other, but they're having a whole conversation. I was like, that is masterful acting. I do like the storyline between Victor and his father. Oh, by the way, the actor playing his father, I knew him from American Horror Story. He played like different characters on American Horror Story.
Yeah. I love American Horror Story.
I can't gauge what's going to happen next other than, like we already discussed, Randall basically, like he's the person that you do not want to cross because he's the person that's going to hold a grudge. He's going to be, remember that time you left me? And by the way, you left me. And don't forget you left me. He's just going to keep drilling that in. And certain people who aren't feeling Boyd, I do think they're going to go with Randall.
Yeah.
Keisha, what are your final thoughts on this episode?
Not much. Like, glad Dale's dead. Okay, great, wonderful. I just feel that like this one right here, it just shows like how a lot of people in the town just lack a whole bunch of common sense. But I want like the next episode to really, like we said, the ante is already built. It's getting higher and getting higher. It's crescendoing. I really want to see more, at least about 2 or 3 people dead in the next episode. But if you're gonna like realize, like, because Dale is a secondary character, so they're gonna like pick off the secondary characters before they go into a main one. So that's what I'm feeling at this moment. But I was kind of like getting very frustrated, but I was frustrated about the whole meeting. So I know we talked about how they need to get a meeting together. Well, that's the result of it. So yeah. So I look forward for the next episode, and that just let us know that Fuck Around and Find Out season with them is around the corner.
It's about to happen.
It's already happening right now. So I really want it turned up. Really turned up. I'm feeling nihilistic tonight.
We got that when you said everybody need to die.
Oh yeah.
Why won't you die?
Keisha, no.
Yeah, Keisha. No, yeah, Keisha. No. Kira, what about you? Final thoughts on this episode in the season, halfway point.
Oh yeah, so in terms of the episode, frustrated by it, but there were enjoyable parts. So I definitely enjoyed like Victor and his father. Not sad about Dale by any means, but more than frustrated because again, no conversations that need to truly be had are being had. So that's continuously annoying me. And then I just kind of echo everyone else. I only assume that it's just going to keep going up and up and up from here. My hope is that we don't get to the end of the season and we still are lacking numerous answers to questions. So.
Okay. Ty, how we feeling?
You know what? Well, we previously heard that this episode and the next one was going to be like a slow point, you know, of the season, but I didn't really feel that way. Like, especially with what was going on, you know, with the meeting and the whole brick scene, you know, Dale being in the pool, in the wall.
Place.
Yeah, rock and a hard place. You know, I think the writers learn their lesson. I think they're listening, and I think they're winking at us through characters like Jade and, you know, other people who are saying little smart things. So I'm having fun. I'm excited because I'm like, there have really been no like boring episodes or no like, because I can't say that about season 1 or 2, you know, but with this season, you know, everybody's firing on all cylinders. So I'm excited to see what the second half brings, especially because I feel like we're going to lose somebody important again, you know, and I for one nominated TN to be on the chopping block last season and it happened. So who knows what we're going to see by the end of this season? Who knows? They may try and I just hope they don't play with us. If y'all going to do something to Donna, let it be a cliffhanger, damn it. Don't
No,
Donna.
No, Donna.
I would leave, just so you guys know. I will be going. Boyd or Donna, I'm out.
So if you predicted Tion's, who you predicted for this season?
Ooh.
What next big? Who do you think?
Christy.
Oh,
Christy.
You know what, Christy? I feel like Fatima would be a nice pick, but I also think that Ellis, for me, like just originally, I think Ellis would have been a nice pick to be on the chopping block because it's gonna fuck with Boyd. Like Boyd, especially they said like at the beginning of the season, the first episode, you know, we're gonna break you. You know, we wanna take you.
It would be a good storyline if they give her to Ellis, so then Boyd becomes more attached to this baby. That might be a monster baby, and then there's that drama of, well, they let this monster baby be born because Boyd wants to keep it because it's the last of what his son was.
Oh my God!
Wow.
You know what, Ty? I thought you were better with Ellis now, but
I think that's going to happen because I think it's going to be between Fatima and doing something to Ellis, and I think Boyd going to have to do something to Fatima.
What if she eats him? Who said that? Someone said I want her to eat Ellis, and I'm like, yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Me.
Yes,
I said that.
Yes, Keisha. The one time.
I'm with Keisha. I want more mayhem, more murder, more secrets to be revealed. I think that they may shock us with Jim being the one. I said last week that if you're not connected to a major storyline, you're going to be on the chopping block. And the people that are connected are the people with visions and Boyd and Donna. So that's Jade, that's Lois Lane, that's Elgin.
But Jade has visions too.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying the people that are connected to
okay.
That's Jade, that's Lois Lane, that's Elgin, that's
Ethan.
Julie, when her eyes went white, she saw
Julie. That's Chunky Rogue.
Yes.
That's Randall, and that's
Sarah.
also Sarah and Boyd and Donna. If you're not on that list, consider yourself, you can go. They killed the highest bit player, which was Dale this week. They could have killed somebody else, you know, but they killed the highest person on on the lower side of the call sheet. So I think that if you're not connected to a storyline, you're gonna lose it. You're not gonna make it out of this season, and I think that's great.
I have a question about Fatima. Do you think that she's only attracted to dead people's blood, or like could Randall fall asleep and wake up to her licking his face?
I want to go if it's not rotting.
Yeah, I think rotting.
It's gotta be like rotting. Yeah. She's probably like a fungus on the inside, like some Last of Us type stuff going on.
Listen, we need more attention. We need more attention in the scenes. We need more chase scenes. We need more, more horror elements, spread out. We don't always need to see somebody's, insides ripped out, but we definitely need more horror elements, the big band and everything. And
cardio. More cardio. We need some
more cardio.
Yes, especially after I just seen Mads recently.
Water.
I'm like,
you know what would be a game changer with this series if they can now come out in the daytime.
Oh
yes.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
They gotta trap them somehow, though. They gotta like round them up like cattle or something. And have they tried burning them like a Molotov cocktail and then?
They do want a lot of liquor.
That's actually on the list of things to do. In episode 2, Boyd and Kenny were like bad boys.
Yes, they were gonna go in the. Yes, they were gonna throw that. You're right.
But they didn't follow.
That needs to resume.
That needs to resume.
Yeah, it really does. It needs to resume.
I also want for Jay to rise up and be the main character as he deserves to be.
Agreed. It's time.
As you all know, Jade is who I stand for.
Oh, really? I couldn't tell.
Oh, you couldn't. You couldn't. Jade is who I stand for. And so I want my boy to be at the forefront, making shit shake and not being so hysterical all the time.
Yes. I love it. But, just as all great things, must conclude, that concludes our episode for the week, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you are subscribing to Scream Kings. Hit those notifications. Make sure you're checking out the other content that they got going on as well, on Mondays, and any other live streams, the new seasons coming out. So make sure you check them out. I am Evil, aka the Evil Tyrone. I'm on Evil Live on YouTube with my lovely co-host, Lady Evil. We just found out that we'll be back at BlurCon, ladies and gentlemen. For the thriller season. Few surprises. And yes, make sure you check us out. Also, we got Kira and Mika in the building, double feature podcast. Make sure you subscribe to them. Check out their YouTube channels. Awesome. Kicking it up a notch this season. I see.
Consistency.
Yes. And then we got Lady Shasha in the building, aka Horror Freak. Doing her thing, which I love that you have a sheet that breaks down all the different lives that you are on and a part of. I love it. So make sure that you are, subscribing and checking out, her content, throughout all the multiple platforms, YouTube, the Hood Podcast.
Yep, Hood Podcast.
Yes, Hood Podcast.
Despite the title, it's all things Black geek culture. I don't know why Jay named it Hood Podcast. People think we're just only going to talk about hood shit.
I think you know why.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's given Black and Miles and Spades.
Yeah. What's funny? I used to have a podcast on Apple when I was in college, and we used to always say that we was broadcasting from across the street from where the niggas play spades at, because my neighbors play spades in their garage.
Crying.
I've never heard those things.
Then we got Vanta in the building. Thank you for joining us for the first time. Hope that you join us again for future iterations.
This was so fun.
Yes, you can definitely check out her work as well, especially following her on TikTok and keeping up with all the things that she's got going on, heavily into the creative juices this one, you know, with her hands, you know, as well as Shasha. You know, I forgot to mention.
Oh yeah,
both are crafty. Both are crafty.
I recorded my first makeup tutorial. It's how to do
I need to watch that.
Yeah, it's how to do Freddy Krueger face with $6 products worth from the Dollar Tree.
So. Nice.
Okay, love it. You know,
that'll drop on Friday.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, and we also got Keisha. You know, she stepped out. Keisha from the Random Horror, you know, podcast. You know, the Random Horror Show. You know, and we love her for joining us. You know, even if she's not on camera, you know, always in the comments. You know, supporting the Frumily. So make sure you definitely subscribe to her and check her out on everywhere that you can. You know, subscribe to podcasts, ladies and gentlemen. But that's going to be it. That's going to be another episode from the Frumily. Make sure you check us out next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on any one of these YouTubes that we broadcast from. You know, make sure you check us out. And thank you for everybody in the comments. You know, Will Smalls, Ty Briggs, the Motivational Misfit. I like that. Daryl Seymour, Michael Anthony. If I missed it, I do apologize. The chat was jumping today. The chat was definitely jumping. A lot of love today. Dirty X, Vanessa Wicked, YHM77. Everybody. I think In Love with Horror was in here tonight. Thank you, Doug S. You know, everybody who was showing us love. We love you. And, you know, we're going to see you next week. And that's going to be the end of it. Make sure that it's peace, love, and horror. And also, what do we say, Taymon?
Scream you later.
Scream you later. Get out of here.
Bye.
Bye.